Ta-da! Making it happen, Captain. Hi, guys. Welcome. It is Tuesday. It is July 1st.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
What the hell, man? What's that mean? Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
I don't know. It's some superstitious thing that you're supposed to say it the first day of the month. I don't know.
Is that a thing? I've never heard that. Rabbit, rabbit. Welcome, everybody, and thanks for coming in. Let's see who's here. Let me see. Let me stroll up the list here. Oh, Patrick has reserved this for Taco Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It could be Taco Tuesday if it's how you Patrick. It is if that is how you do things. I haven't done Taco Tuesday in a while. I really haven't, but God bless you, as they say.
No, I'm hungry.
I know. TC is reserved for. Oh, you passed your inspection. Good, good, good. Inspection grade. Passed. Wait a minute. Reserved for passed inspection grade. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I'm not sure how that. What you get a grade?
You seem to get inspected a lot.
Passing grade. What's it? How does it? ABC?
Like, is that something where you live?
A, B, C, D, E, or is it like 1, 2, 3? How do they grade you? And
why do they grade you?
Why do they grade you? And is this like something like how clean your house is or something? Because I can understand why you gotta get rid of that shit. Also, TC has informed us. Hello again, by the way. That he is this close. He's surpassed us in subs, and I am glad he does because he does more work than I do on YouTube. He does. He does more work than we do. So God bless you, dude. Congratulations, and hopefully some squeaker comes in. You squeak in under that today, or getting over that today. That's cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And oh, that was quick. See, I didn't even have to wish him that. It just happened. It just happened. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. Let's see. Ethel. Welcome, dear. The children are here somewhere. They're hanging out.
They're buried.
They're not buried.
In stuff.
They are hanging out with the other stuff.
No, we didn't bury them in the backyard.
Thank you.
No, we didn't.
Don't say the children are buried. That could get you not only the cops called on you, but a few other things can happen. The children are hanging out in the room with the other stuff that we have. Yes, there you go. So you're good. Welcome, Ethel, and thank you. Let me see. Oop, it jumped. It jumped. Go back up here. Ethel, TC.
Greg.
It's passed grade. He graded as passed. That's pass or fail. It's a pass or fail.
Is that a thing that are like in the rules?
And if you fail,
that they get to inspect you? Because you seem to go through a lot of inspections, and
I'd get paranoid after a while if they kept inspecting.
I've never lived anywhere where that was a thing.
Inspection. It must be it's a Boston thing. Nobody G, the man, the myth, the legend is here. Welcome, buddy. I haven't had an opportunity to go through more of your mixes, but I'm going to, and I'm going to get them up.
We're just a little busy.
We've been in the basement a lot this week.
Every day is a new adventure here.
Every day is a new adventure. Basement time. Mary has her chair up here now, so that's cool. So there's 2 chairs that will not go in the sale. They will probably get donated or whatever when we're done with them because we need them up until the very bitter end. There you go. So welcome, buddy. Welcome. Wildflower is here. Welcome, dear. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate yous for being here, for sure. Let me see. Make sure I got everybody.
Wouldn't it be the landlord's responsibility to fix stuff?
Spend 7 times a year in state law. If you don't pass, you get a list of things you need to fix and 2 weeks for another inspection.
Isn't that the landlord's?
Yeah.
The rental company, whatever. I mean, that's their responsibility to fix your shit?
Unless it's like, I don't know, window coverings or something. I mean, I'm trying to think of what it would be. If it's like mechanical stuff from the space, then I would think it would be like they have to fix the plumbing or they have to fix the heat or whatever. Yeah. And if it might be aesthetics or whatever, then I can understand that. But
and Wildflower, hello.
I just said hi to Wildflower.
Yeah, well, I'm a little slow on the uptake today.
She was processing previous information. And again, welcome, dear.
So this is a stack of photographs.
It is.
And that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, we've been going through photos and photo albums and boxes and boxes and boxes of memories and trying to get them all digitized, I guess, is the way to put it, and or sorted for different family members to take or toss.
Because I have a lot of older family photos, and what's the point of moving them to Costa Rica? So I'm only going to keep a couple, but pretty much that's why I'm scanning them in, so I can still do genealogy.
Yeah,
but
which is a thing for you.
The younger generation can get them.
Yeah, But
and
it's
do their thing.
let them do their thing with them, whatever. Okay, it's not for clutter or messy place, just for issues with equipment, bugs, rodents, etc.
Yeah, but that's still the landlord's responsibility.
Most of it, yeah. But I guess that's cool, though. I'm glad you passed. Cheers. You passed. And on to the next thing. There you go. Why not?
Why not?
Did your mom have a lot of X's or just a lot of pictures of one or two X's?
Maybe you shouldn't tell us.
I guess I shouldn't know. I shouldn't know.
I blended the mixes together for a continuous mix. I was trying to find the songs in the original raw form for an easier upload for you. He has them on a hard drive somewhere.
I hope you would have them somewhere on a hard drive because you sent me hard copies and I do appreciate that and I love them and I'm ripping them and I'm going to take them with me because I enjoy them. So thank you again for that, buddy. I do appreciate it. Let's see. What?
3 spawns by none by the same man. Do the math.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am so glad my sperm donor didn't reproduce with other women. Biological father.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just processing it. Yeah, sperm donor. I can totally identify with that description of your father. I can identify with that. So there you have it. Well, on that note, so genealogy seems to be a thing. The topic. There's more than one person. So yeah.
I love old photographs. I love it.
Yeah. I went through
it's just it can get a little tedious maybe.
A bit. How many boxes do you think you have? Not counting albums.
Oh, girl.
Boxes. Oh, girl.
Photo
oh,
boxes.
Honey. Yeah, there you go. Oh, honey.
I have that stack.
So they're the photo boxes.
And then, because I cleaned out 2.
They also work well for 45s, by the way. Just
yeah. So they're easier to store in here.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
In the office.
And sometimes they have on
so
top on them too.
This is another stack I took out of a photo album. That's my show this one.
Okay, so
these were taken with an Instamatic.
May of 1985. My beater puppy a day before I left for Colorado. There you go.
Dodge.
It's a Dodge. It's a square body Dodge.
I think it was a Dodge.
You drove that to Colorado?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
My ex-boyfriend helped me make sure it would run
mechanically.
Yeah, and then he loaned me his CB radio.
Rust on it? It's CB. Yeah. Had a little
Which
rust
ended
on
up.
It. Where is this parked? In Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like your family property at all. And who was driving the? I don't know. Is that a Beamer or what is that in the back? I don't know. The other car. Anyway, you drove that all the way to Colorado. Brave girl.
Oh, that's my friend's house.
Brave girl.
That's my friend's house.
85. What year was this car?
70 something maybe.
Damn.
It was my mom's, and then I inherited it. I bought it. So yeah,
this memory lane.
So yeah,
that was the ranch work.
So yeah, I drove to. So in 1985, I'd been out of college for a year, and so
I was gonna go work on a ranch.
This beautiful. So I drove there all by myself. I had never really been west of the Mississippi, other than in St. Louis, Missouri, one time.
She had a map. She had a map.
I had a map. I had an atlas.
Yeah.
And I had my boombox in the front seat. And then that quit working at some point. But then I realized later on that the off button was off. It, when you're driving by yourself in Nebraska, like you don't have time for. So this car started overheating when I got to Denver. Before I got to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to pull. Yeah, like I was in Nebraska or whatever, and there's like barely any exits and stuff. And if there is, there's a cattle crossing on the bottom, and it says put the gate back where you found it. So I would have to find a gas station and I had a gallon
jug for water.
Let it cool off, add water, whatever,
mm-hmm.
and then get back on the road.
Did you do the old trick where you turn on the heater?
Repeat. Oh yeah.
Turn on the heater while you're driving.
And it was 80 degrees out.
And roll down the windows.
And there was no air conditioning.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, you think we're brave to go to Costa Rica. This girl cross country alone,
And then
in
drove
in a beater,
and then drove up the Rocky Mountains 8,200 feet to get to where I had to work.
Going to Costa Rica ain't nothing. We're taking a plane. That ain't gonna be hard.
I ended up.
Hey, Larry, welcome,
Hey,
buddy.
Larry.
How you doing, sweetie? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's a map? Never heard of it? Yeah, I know. Atlases were fun. Atlases.
Yeah,
were fun.
this is the hotel I stayed outside of Denver. That was the view I had.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the 80s. I'm looking at the cars in the picture.
And the photos are not great because
Ooh, that's cool.
It was Instamatic. So, you know those little rectangular
110s.
110.
Yeah.
110
Did it take the very skinny cartridge?
Yeah.
That's a 110. Yeah.
So I had to pull over because this view, which doesn't look like much, this view made me cry.
This is my very first view of mountains. Just awesome and beautiful. I couldn't believe the view. Yeah, no kidding. That's when you come from Michigan. There you have it.
Yeah.
Hey, Shamrock Pixie's here too.
Hey,
welcome. Destiny, how you doing, baby?
Destiny and Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's some seriously cool viewage.
Yeah. And that's the sign of where.
That's the ranch the
See Lazy U. Because that's what the river looks like.
See Lazy U.
Yeah. It looks like it's lazy. Yeah. It just is. It's
still
there.
Meant, I see Lazy U, and you're just coming to the ranch to party.
This was the end of May.
In the mountains.
In the mountains and snow.
Damn.
It didn't last long, but.
Damn. But hey, well, Michigan, it could happen there too. We got a bunch of people.
Yeah, like these are not great. I know what they are,
it's a 110. Yeah.
It's one of the women I worked with. Yes, we dressed like that.
You had to. You're on a.
She was a wrangler.
You were on a ranch. You were work. It was a working ranch, guys. She was actually working.
Yeah. So the Wranglers. Oh, so you youngins probably don't remember him, but David Hartman was one of the first co-hosts with on Good Morning America.
Uh-huh.
So that is David Hartman and his son Brian, and I
on the left
got my I was my little persistent self and was able to go.
Who's in the middle? His son
Brian, who's an adult now, I'm assuming.
Well, God, hope so. Yes.
So and that's me. And
that is cool.
He got his own solo trail rides. So I got to go with him. And this man can sing beautifully in baritone.
Yeah, I could hear the people. So Ethel wants to hear the story of how a college graduate wanted to work on a ranch.
So I was working it's a long story. This summer,
but she'll try to condense it.
This summer between my junior and senior year in college, I went back to Michigan. I went to college in the suburbs of Chicago, and I didn't get a job on campus that summer, so I had to go back to Michigan, and it was one of the worst summers ever. And family difficulties, and I couldn't find a job. I didn't have a car, all sorts of shit, and it was just really depressed. And I realized you can't really go back home again.
No.
So,
especially your family.
The senior year of college, I don't think it was a small private college, and they didn't know what to do with me, so I got my own room as a senior. Yeah.
What do you mean they didn't know what to do with you?
I had suite mates, but
Hey,
girls,
knock it off. Cats.
Stop.
Cats being cats.
Hold on a minute. We have to do an intervention.
Oh, intervention. Treat intervention.
Here. You get this one, and you get that one. So
it's rewarding bad behavior, but I guess we don't care right now.
We don't care. So
yes.
I got a job at Bennigan's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that chain still exists. Anyway, in another suburb. So I got a car, a little stick shift, and I had no idea how to waitress. I basically bluffed my way through, didn't have a clue. Cheated on the test so that I could keep the job.
Wow, confessions.
Job. Well, because it was a brand new restaurant, it's a chain restaurant. They train you and test you on all the pricing and everything.
Okay, how'd you cheat?
I had cheat notes. I didn't know how to open a bottle of wine.
And you got a job as a bartender?
No, I got a job as a waitress. I wasn't old enough to bartend yet.
But waitresses will open bottles of wine at the table at this place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You had
Oh.
to carry a corkscrew with you.
And
And
you,
you had
how'd
to
you
do
figure it out?
I learned as I went. I've always done that.
Hey, Bob, come over here and open this bottle for me. I'm
I
having a
know
hard
how
time.
I knew I would learn how to do it. I just had to do it. It's not just the testing, you have to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got this job at Bennigan's so I wouldn't have to go back to Michigan. And I was working at Bennigan's, and one of my former professors, history professors, called me up in 85 and said in the spring of like actually probably winter of 85, called me and said he had a friend that was the general manager at this ranch and he thought that I might like to work there.
And you said, hey.
And this is before computers
Right.
and everything else. So I somehow got in contact with them and applied for the job. He called me one morning and I was still sleeping basically. Lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. I slept on the couch and my roommate had
the bedroom. Yeah.
And
hopefully you
did an interview over the phone.
Hopefully you didn't pay half price for that bedroom or for that non-bedroom situation.
I paid half the rent.
You split the rent?
Yeah. The bills and everything. Yeah.
You should have got some kind of discount for not having a bed.
Yeah, well.
That's me.
When you're in, your young 20s, who cares,
That's
right?
me. That's me.
So, So I did the interview over the phone. The only position they had open was housekeeping. I thought, I'm pretty much broke. I'm never going to get this chance again.
So it's kind of like an Olive Garden, TC says.
But more food.
More food, less
pasta.
Less pasta.
And by that time I was bartending because I had turned 21 and I learned bartending and because you make more money.
They're still around. They're just not as much as.
So. Yeah, like I said, I had an ex-boyfriend and he was mechanical and he helped me make sure the car would run and everything. Loaned me his CB radio. Got it hooked up in my car. So you
decided an adventure was in order.
Yeah, because I was young and I was just like, I was always broke. I grew up poor and.
Did I miss Virginia?
Hey, Virginia.
Welcome.
I'm sorry you've been kind of depressed. Hang out with us. You'll feel a little better, maybe, or not.
I hope so. We'll do what we can.
So I had to get there in May.
Okay.
And there were some other kids from my college that got a summer job, and they all went out together. But I decided to go out by myself. So I stayed in Iowa. In Des Moines the first night. I drove like 8 hours. I stayed in Des Moines with a couple guys I had been on an internship in Chicago with in my junior year.
Okay.
And so I stayed overnight with them, so I didn't have to pay for hotel. I didn't have any money. I didn't have credit or anything, so I just only had some cash. And I slept in my car a lot. It took me like 3 days to get there or so.
Damn. See? So going to Costa Rica ain't going to be nothing on that.
I was younger then, though.
I know.
Let's get real.
I know, but still.
And then
that's a major thing to do.
And then
by yourself.
It's not like I wanted to be a housekeeper, but I got paid to live in the Rocky Mountains. And the pay was shit. Let me tell you. It was like $200 a week plus tips.
Okay.
And so the gas, and it's a expensive ranch. And so
it would have to be.
You got paid once a month. And they would pull all the tips that the guests would leave.
Oh, so it'd split them evenly among
So basically, it's like it used to be. I don't know anymore. But like you paid one price to stay there for a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's the time frame that they had it during season. Is you stayed like Sunday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you drank at the bar or anything, it would just go on your tab, and then you would pay all that at the end.
Okay.
And then you would leave a tip.
Okay.
So they did that. So yeah, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a shit ton. And I was paying college loans and all that good stuff. So,
yeah.
So you get there before the season starts, and like the weekends, people could come. So kind of like unofficially stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Ricky, who was a local and bartended part-time there. And he's like, we need another bartender.
Ah, that's how the bartending hit. Okay.
So I was the only employee that I knew of that had 2 jobs.
Bartending and
Housekeeping. Yeah.
Well, housekeeping usually happens early in the day.
Yeah.
And then bartending usually happens later in the day and at night, right? So
Yeah.
did you have any trouble getting up in the morning from being bartending the night before?
Yeah.
I bet.
Because I had to be at work at like 7 in the morning.
Even at 20?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
But heck, that's an amazing thing. And you should be very proud that you did that.
And then
I can't say
I got hired. There's some guests there and they had kids, and they hired me at the end of the season to come after I left in October to come down and be a governess housekeeper for them in Florida.
Au pair.
Hated that job.
So
I don't know how you can be 40 years old and say, well, you're done parenting. That's what she said to me one time, basically.
Some people, and unfortunately, some people's children then suffer.
And I was supposed to stay a year, and I lasted 6 months, and I was like, gone. So I went back to Chicago from there.
Did you go back to school?
Huh?
Did you go back to school? Or were you done with school by then?
I got accepted in Chicago for social work for a master's, and I couldn't do it.
You did get your degree, though.
I got a BA in psychology,
yeah.
But I was supposed to go and get a master's, and I got accepted at the Jane Addams School of Social Work in Chicago. And I went to go visit the campus with a friend of mine, and the thought of going further in debt and writing more papers.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't do it. I was burnt out. I can't do it.
I don't blame you. Know your limitations, Dane.
Yes, Ethel, it was an adventure. I'm really, really, I'm really glad I did it. It wasn't an easy job. The head housekeeper was not always nice. It seems like she got pleasure out of making her staff cry.
Ooh, one of those. Nurse Ratched, kind of.
I met a lot of cool people, and I got to ride horses, and we got 1 day off a week. We got one day off. And so, like, if you worked like a half day or something, and if there was a horse available, you could go trail riding with the guest in the afternoon and stuff like that. You just had to let them know. So I had Saturdays off.
Okay.
So like there was a woman who was a masseuse there, would come in and they'd make appointments.
Sounds like a really nice place.
It was.
If they had
it was all that. It was a luxury
activity.
At the time in the 80s, it was a luxury ranch. It seriously was not cheap.
No,
I could never afford. Even now, I couldn't afford it.
David Hartman type of prices. Yeah, there you go.
So
a nice place.
She had friends. She lived there, not at the ranch, but she lived in the area, and she had friends. And like we went hiking.
Cool.
One day, and I wore shorts, which was a mistake in the Rocky Mountains because it was freaking cold when we got higher. We probably hiked up 12,000 feet. I was cold, and I got to touch snow in August.
Yay! And again, Michigan, it could happen, but good on you.
Little things like that, and then there was a time that I had a Saturday off, so I went to go to see these relay races with horses, riders and horses, right?
Okay.
And so that got done, and it was a lot of fun. And I went back to these people's house, and they knew a friend of mine, and so I didn't know these people, and so they were missing a horse. So I got on this thoroughbred mare that was green broke, which basically means
not necessarily.
It basically means that when I was supposed to get up at 7:00 the next morning, I could barely get out of my bunk bed because I got thrown like 3 times.
Yeah. And this is why Dawn will never ride a horse.
I just kept getting back on her, and the guy, the other guy was just like, well, all right.
Damn, no shit.
And I was black and blue in spots that I should not have been black and blue on. And good times. I'm surprised I didn't break anything.
I'm surprised you didn't either.
I didn't break my glasses.
Horses and I don't get along.
So, yeah.
I refuse to ride or drive anything that's going to throw me off.
The first time she and I went down on the driveway because I had still had the reins, and she landed on my leg. She landed on my ankle.
And
rolled on my ankle.
how, by the time you were done riding this horse, was the horse a better horse for it, or were you just bruised to hell?
I was just bruised to hell.
Okay, so
She just wasn't broke enough.
obviously.
But that's saying that, like, if you don't get back on
right.
the bike or the horse or whatever, it's going to make it harder the next time. So I just kept getting back on. And then the producer, one of the producers from Good Morning America, was there, and he liked to go out and have fun. So a bunch of us, I got back to the ranch, and then he wanted to go out partying. So and you have to drive like a half hour to get to
anywhere,
to the town that had a bar with dance floor. And so I danced and stuff. And so the next morning, like, I could barely get the sheets off my body. It was, yeah. And one of the girls said to me, "You look green. Like, you should not have been at work." Because we had to go to breakfast and then and I could barely get dressed and get to where housekeeping met, right, to get their assignments. And I looked at the manager, and I'm just like, I just need to go down to laundry today. I cannot be dragging cleaning supplies and a full-size vacuum cleaner on these little trails between the cabins, right?
Did they put you in laundry?
Yeah, she put me in laundry.
Thank God.
And then my friend Ricky talked to the general manager and got me access to the jacuzzi, the hot tub.
So you could.
It was enclosed in a building, so I could go in there after hours when the guests weren't using it, and so because
hurt yourself. God love horses. My first horse I rode myself with a purebred. Ooh, who hated everyone. Nice. Yeah, I'm not the horse girl. I'm not the horse girl. She can be the horse girl. I don't need to be the horse girl. Give me a vehicle. I'll take anything with a motor over a horse anytime. Give me a vehicle. Don't give me a horse. I suppose if I was stuck somewhere and I had to get on a horse, I would. But damn, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it.
Well, wait, let me see if I can.
She may have a picture. Do you have a picture of the horse that damn near killed you?
No.
Oh, okay. I would have taken a picture of that horse and pinned it up and then thrown darts at it. She's looking.
Yeah, they're all mixed up. So
everybody is seeing humor in your pain.
Oh yeah, now I can laugh about it, right?
Yeah, back then, no, probably not. Those are some cute pictures of you. Let me see this. I show this?
Yeah.
Ricky and me. So Ricky is, which friend is Ricky? He's just
the guy with the mustache. Dark-haired guy.
That's Mary and Ricky.
I think it's Rodney behind him. Yeah, Rodney.
Look at those glasses. You like them big ass glasses, didn't you?
That was the 80s. What do you want?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so this is the end of the season. This is in October before we finish up. And by this time, college students were back. So, and by this time, as much as my manager of housekeeping didn't like me, I ended up being like the assistant manager of housekeeping. So they were wrangling the horses in.
How the heck do you?
It's just convoluted. It's just nuts.
I don't like you, but you seem to have performed well enough to become an assistant manager.
I was one of the. It didn't last long. It was only a couple weeks, but it was snowing out, and I'm like, all right, you guys, here's the deal. Everybody kicks butt and takes names. Get the house cleaning done. Because it's end of season. And I mean, this is October.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then we'll go grab cameras and stuff and we'll go watch them wrangle the horses in.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like, how can you not love that view?
Oh, God, yeah.
And I was riding up in those mountains.
It's a very cool adventure. Is that where you got your spurs?
No, my spurs came from California. Oh, yeah. This is the building I stayed in. That's the ranch house.
It's for the employees, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunkhouse.
That was a bunkhouse for the
literally.
Employees. It's beautiful. I know, right?
Communal shower.
Really?
Yeah.
Like everybody shower together?
Yeah. Oh, there's my mom.
She's still looking. What in the heck?
I was usually taking pictures, so not a lot of.
It was a police officer who rode horseback in Florida, so her horse is always a retired police officer. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that they retire just like dogs for a police force too. Dogs are officers. Horses are officers. I think that makes sense to me. I knew that about dogs. I didn't know that about horses. May I?
Yeah, that's Bill, the other bartender.
This is my wife in 1985. She's the one without the beard. Thank you. Not that I needed to say that, but and she cute. Look at that hair. That's 80s hair if I've ever seen 80s hair.
And that's me on a horse.
There you go. Cool. Me and what is that? Dean? Danelle?
I have no devil.
Devil. Oh, Devil. You're right. It does say Devil. Back from riding the range. The horse's name was Devil.
Yeah. Well, when you have 100 horses.
I want to call him Devil. It's like you're getting to ride old Satan today.
This.
Oh, yeah. That's you on the range.
So we had a day where the guys, the ranch hands, and some of the wranglers dressed up like housekeepers.
And
then
you guys dressed up like...
We got to dress up like them and go horseback riding. They took over housekeeping for us.
Oh, that's a horse's butt in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, girl. You had your spurs. You look very, very, very much...
Yeah, that's somebody's, like, they were nervous that I was wearing spurs.
Because of the horses?
Because they don't want the horses to get
injured, no
right?
Kidding. Yeah.
So,
so you're scanning all these. You scanned these?
I will. I haven't gotten to them yet.
This is our life today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very cool. So, yeah, go find some old pictures, guys, and go through them because you will find all sorts of memories. I don't have as many pictures as she has. I had a box, and then now it's down to maybe, I don't know, the bottom of a box, and I had a baby book.
Yeah.
And that's it. I will not be bringing those photos up because I cannot find them. They're in here somewhere. None of these are mine. Nope. Maybe.
Oh, look who's in between.
Oh, Trevor. What you doing, Trev?
Sent you the link for the commercial. As soon as you hear, you'll know. No, we're not showing that.
What? I saved these. Let me show that one.
Yeah, that's from when we first got together.
Yeah. Oh, get out of here. I don't know why it does that. Get out of there. Thank you. Let's see. How about that one?
Oh, my skinny face.
Waka Waka.
That's at Star Rock, I think.
That is an amazing
in Illinois.
I love that picture of you. Chris, I love all pictures of you. For sure. This is you with very short hair.
Is it from when I had cancer?
I don't know. It might have been. I don't know. Very short hair. Might have been. All right. I will stop showing pictures of you, and I will not show the bikini picture of you.
No, you will not.
For sure. Trevor. What did Trevor want? Hi, baby.
Bummer. Not sorry.
Aw.
No, I don't care.
No, I don't either, but and that was a bless your heart kind of situation. Trevor.
Yeah, really.
What's it doing, Trev?
We'll let her get in on the show.
There you go. I give you Trevor. Whatever that was. Are you gonna jump up here? Hell no. Not gonna do it. Patrick's like, Trevor. Hi, baby. Hi. Yeah, good kitty. I know she'll leave. Widget left. She's like, where are the damn treats? I know this cat. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Trevor.
We bribe our cats.
There you go. Come here. There. Figure it out.
Nope. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it. I'll put the armrest here.
When my mom passed away in 2008, I stole all the photos from her footlocker, which she wasn't supposed to have access to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks. Families can suck.
Families. Also, guys, if you're going to take pictures and have pictures like that, please note who these people are. That helps a lot.
Well,
I found pictures, family pictures. I'm like, who the hell is this with me as a child? I don't know.
Some of them I can figure out, but my grandmother on my mother's side, so her mother, she,
None of the kids' photos. That does suck. That does suck. I agree.
yeah, it wasn't until my mom moved into assisted living that I had access to some of my baby pictures.
Yeah.
And I got access to some of my baby pictures when my maternal grandmother passed away in Ohio. And my aunt and uncle that I was staying with, because I wasn't talking to my mother at the time, they let me go through photos. So I was able to access a lot of the old photos. And my grandmother had all these old photos from like the early 1800s.
Truer words were never spoken.
And she
So
had
don't mess
wrote
like a
on,
family man.
but the thing that she wrote on, like a baby picture, she wrote me on the back of it.
Me. Trevor. Hello, baby. You want another treat? Do you have another treat? Put another treat up
Well,
here,
the
honey.
fact that she's a JW speaks volumes. Trevor.
Oh, you missed the spot, Trev. She heard the treat over there.
Trevor. Come on. Come on.
No, she's not going to jump that. She's not going to jump that.
You just talk about it.
Frustration is all you hear.
You just talk about it.
You
Here
just
you
hear a
go.
lot of frustration.
So, yeah.
Obsessive and bossy. I am so sorry you had to come out of that kind of situation.
Yeah. My mother was very possessive of shit.
Mhm.
So,
It's a form of control.
yeah.
It really is.
And it wasn't, I didn't get access to a lot of pictures until after she passed. Which is why I'm scanning them.
Yeah, somebody needed some control. Somebody had some control issues there. Are you just going to keep feeding the cat? That cat's going to get fat.
Yeah.
That cat's going to get
I'm
fat.
not worried about it.
Fat kitty.
For as many times as she, gets the zoomies down the hallway, she has to keep her strength
That
up.
many.
She has to keep her strength
Not
up.
that many.
So, yeah, I
Keep your
had to
strength up,
make
kid.
some hard decisions about which photos to keep and which to pass on.
Yeah,
You just have to do it. So, thank God we have scanning available.
that is a good thing now.
So, the one picture I will keep is the one that we have used
There are two hip chicks.
that when I started selling on Etsy, I used.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is my maternal grandmother, and she started genealogy. She had a rough life growing up. And this is
She
my
started
Aunt
tracking
Anne.
it. Yeah.
But this is probably from the 1920s because she was born in 1903.
My grandmother passed. I got her to hear all about photos. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man. Family. That's all I can say. Family.
Well, I think it's good things like the internet and stuff that people find out that their dysfunctional family is not unique.
She's sitting on your chair. She's got her front paws on your chair arm. Come on.
You can do this. You're a cat. Come on.
Cats have. Well, this is a hard plastic. This is hard plastic.
You can do this.
They count on their. They count on their claws to grab things. Oh, boy, she got interest. Right there. Get it, Trevor. Get it, Trevor. It's right there. Now you can see it.
We're probably boring the hell out of everybody.
Ooh,
come on.
Look at this. Parkour kitty.
Parkour. What is parkour anyway?
It's the jumping from thing to thing. People do it parkour. It's the jumping from thing to thing. It's an extreme sport. You jump from like one building to another.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Parkour. Yeah.
And now you're leaving? What did I say? Oh, so
you said parkour, I guess. Did you take it?
No.
Oh, where'd it go?
Because
it was right
here.
Oh, you moved it.
She figured out.
On Thanksgiving, I want to become a grand aunt.
Yeah. Oh. Of course you're great.
Yeah, we always thought you were great.
Of course
Congratulations.
You're great aunt and uncle. We're great aunt and uncles.
Congratulations,
or
buddy.
We're great aunts, actually.
We're not that great, but
Speak for yourself. I'm a great aunt.
You're great. I'm not so great at it. How's that? That work? We try. I can't even get my cat to parkour.
If we quit paying attention to her, she'll do it because she doesn't like the attention. Not like that.
She's not an attention plus.
She doesn't want the expectation that she has to do something. She wants to do it on her own. She's very independent. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah. There she comes.
So yeah, just
there it is.
If your family is highly dysfunctional, I mean, every family is dysfunctional, but
get it. It's right there. You can do it.
Up close in person, Trevor.
And oh my God, there's more.
You are such a putz. You are such a putz.
Welcome to, got a good shot of cat butt there though. I'll have to hang a star on that.
The ins and outs of Trevor. Tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Yeah, the front and back of Trevor anyway. What the heck? What the heck? So yeah, Trevor. DC's like, hi, Trevor. And of course, yes, cat butt. Cat butt.
So yeah.
Grand or great. Yeah, there you go, cat. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, she'll come again. As they say, she'll show up. Trevor, look at this. Look, Trevor.
No, just leave him there because she has to act like she doesn't care.
I see. So how was everybody's weekend?
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in the basement. I did mow the lawn.
Yeah, Saturday was the only day to get outside around here in the fine state of Michigan.
Decent weather. So I got the lawn mowed and then
thanks, TC. Wildflower has to work again.
Oh man.
Girl.
That sucks, and I'm sorry. What's up, Trev?
Listen to the fine crunching of our cat.
This is cat crunch, crunch, crunch. Thank you. I need cat tail in my face. Live auction filled the blazer for woo. This is what I miss about not reselling anymore, Larry. Thank you for helping me live vicariously through you.
You hairy.
A cat butt.
Yeah, I have to say, for those of you, the rain is good. We got a little rain when the estate sale ladies showed up yesterday morning.
It just like a cloud
burst.
Was
just like poof, and it was rain.
Mm-hmm.
I went outside to put something in the mailbox. The humidity from that little bit of rain, I was like, "Holy crap!"
That's cool.
And then it finally dissipated.
That's cool. TC is working from home the rest of the week, and he has next week off because he's taking a holiday. Dude, send me a message. Bye, Trevor. Send me a message because I'd like to walk through your camera situation with you on a StreamYard just for fun to see what we can do. So send me an email or something. We can do it some night or whatever. And just to see if we can make things work. I have suspicions.
She always has suspicions.
I do.
Greg, that is timing, dude.
There you go. Like within minutes. I know. That's always good.
I've had that happen before. Just get stuff put away from like weeding and stuff, and all of a sudden the great downpour starts, and it's like
the great downpour. I have watched Brian Hall. I've subscribed to him, the Y'all Bot channel yet. No, I don't know if that's the same one I'm on or not. I don't know. Probably until early next week sometime. That's fine. When you're off, I understand. Totally.
You'll probably have to remember to do it though, TC, or send her an email because right now we are short on brain cells in the memory section.
That's true.
Like we'll say to each other,
there's a link. I will check it out.
We should do this, this, and this. And do you think that 24 hours later I remember what this, and this is? No.
I am copying the link and I shall paste it up here and I shall check it out in a bitski. Is this the one it's going to play, isn't it? No. Oh, it's not. It's an ongoing channel. That's why. I am not subscribed. I will subscribe. Thank you, sir. And I will check it out.
Oh, really?
Like a 20. It's a bot. It just keeps going. That's cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So
I like Brian Hall. He's very cool.
Oh. We lost it.
No, we didn't lose it. There we go. I'm sorry. It was because I moved screens.
Did you see my buddy guy photos from last Thursday? I didn't.
I didn't either. Wait a minute. Is that Instagram?
Hey, Momster.
The monster's here. She forgot it was Tuesday. This is the life of the retired lady. Yeah, it's all right, Ma. Retirement. It'll do that to you.
At least you got here.
All right, let me see. Larry, was it on Instagram, sweetie? I don't think so.
And Mom, don't worry about it, because right now, with not having a schedule anymore, we're kind of like doing the same thing.
I don't see anything from Larry.
I didn't get anything from Larry.
Not on Instagram. Was it Facebook?
I mean, is this the same thing for you?
What?
Like not having the schedule, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays are chit chat.
Yeah.
Wednesdays were hump day auction.
We used to be.
Yeah, and so you could kind of remember what day it was.
I'll see if I can find it on Facebook.
And now it's like
Facebook. I will check. No, because Wednesday now we do the Costa Rica call.
Yeah.
And then Thursday I'm still doing Thursday afternoons. We're still doing.
You have more of a schedule than I do.
And I'm still doing afternoons at Ersme, and then Fridays I'm there all day at Ersme. So yeah, like the weekends are the weekends, and then Monday is the ladies show up to work on the estate sale.
Basically, right now,
I still feel I have a schedule.
Weekends, yeah, thank you.
I feel
my schedule revolves on the cats, and I haven't been able to sleep in much today. I slept past 7, which is like major. My schedule, but for me,
we're live on Facebook, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
It's popped up.
So, like, if I get up at 5 a.m, the girls are like, "Hey," and I'm like, "No."
Shout out to Les, who's probably watching this, because every time I get a notice on Facebook that we're live, Les Turk is watching. Go, Les. Check us out on YouTube. You can get to watch the chat too.
Does he really? He lurks.
It pops up. It pops up as someone's watching you, and it's probably Les Turk.
Scheduled just for once you get your move done. Yeah, but we're still gonna do Chick Chat.
God, yeah.
Because we still want to talk to you guys.
Yeah, why not? Yes, yes, yes. As you can see, our totes are piling up. Lean back. Our totes are piling up. Our bed is partially made. And we're still going to be doing this even when we're in Costa Rica.
Oh, work schedules, yeah.
Oh, work.
I can work on genealogy.
Yeah.
I think Dawn and I were talking over the weekend. And
really nice not to...
I'm going to take like a month and veg. Like after we clean out totes and stuff, I'm just gonna not do anything except chit chat and feed the cats because
yeah,
just to clear my head out.
It'll be nice to be able to do stuff we want to do and not stuff we have to do.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will miss stuff here, but I will also find other stuff to take its place. There you go. So yeah. No. We're just gonna skip. I'm still gonna have things to do. Well, let's see. In Costa Rica, Friday usually probably is a market day.
Yeah, and
Friday or Saturday.
San Ramon.
Yeah, depending on where you live. Market day. So once a week, market day will happen.
Yeah, because I definitely want to go back to that farmer's market.
Yep, fresh fruit, fresh veggies, fresh stuff.
Oh my god,
flowers.
I want to find out
meats and cheeses.
What some of that stuff was.
They have plants there that are different than here. We'll call it that.
Oh yeah. It's not a soda. It's the cafe. I can't even remember the name of it now. But that lovely young couple that owns it, it's not really a soda.
You might be talking about the hole in the wall soda, the window soda that we stopped at.
Oh yeah, we're going there again. Where we had the language. I actually Google mapped it.
We're going there again.
I actually Google mapped it so we could find it again. Hopefully.
And you reviewed it too, didn't you? You put.
I didn't review it. I just added it to Google Maps.
Yep.
Because it didn't even have a name. It just said soda.
Yeah.
On the wall. So if they're still there, I will go back and bug those two women because their food was
amazing,
awesome.
It'd be great.
$15,
especially if we're in town that day, or just roaming around. We know where it is. We know where it is.
Pretty much how we found it was by roaming around aimlessly because we couldn't figure out where the pluck we were.
And we got a better lay of the land of the town too. That way, we got to kind of figured out where things were.
Yeah, and it'll get better with time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but there was that other little cafe that we went to that actually has parking, which is a big thing. And
Big thing.
their
It's a big-
food and desserts, their orange cookies were
Their
just,
coffee. It's a very nice coffee place.
oh yeah,
Very nice coffee place.
great little breakfast.
Little snacky snacks and
4
and
times. We hit it 4 times
We hit
in
it
that
4
one
times.
week.
I know.
They were like,
It was a
what?
great breakfast place, guys. I'm serious. They have a
I mean,
great
they
breakfast.
give you a little bowl of yogurt with some cut up fruit in it and stuff.
It was
Like,
lovely.
I'm all over it.
It was
And they were
lovely.
nice.
Yeah, they were very cool.
Plus, I want to see her again. So, like, maybe we could one night a week or something practice our Spanish and English.
Counting on me to start a record store. San Ramon needs you. I know.
No,
I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet with all my records. I still have a bunch.
I don't want her working at it. If she,
I don't want to work.
we don't want to work because if she gets a record store, it means I get a record store.
That's true.
And I don't want a record store. I don't want to work retail.
I will be
I
going
don't
to
speak-
record stores.
I don't speak Spanish well enough to have a record store.
No, truly. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So yeah, I'll be doing something with all my records and playing them and whatever. But I will not probably
And
be
enjoying them.
enjoying them. But I probably won't be selling any. Sorry, I'm just not
Well,
gonna be
TC,
doing
if you can save your pennies and come down to visit, we can take you to record stores because there are actually record stores down there. And they do sell US artists.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're-
That is my plan because, and I've said this from the get-go with Dawn and stuff, is that
Yeah.
because she's been doing Duolingo, is my plan is one of my first things I'm going to do is find a tutor.
Mhm. And
Because
the one girl at the
Yeah.
breakfast place is interested in you guys.
because her
swapping.
English is much better than my Spanish. So, and both languages are not easy. I mean, there's
Mhm.
harder languages, I get that, but so if we can help each other, that would be totally awesome.
Plus, Costa Rican dialect, right?
And maybe we can exchange cookie recipes or something.
So Spanish is Spanish, but Spanish is also not Spanish because of the area you're
Well,
in,
and
the
it's-
region you're in.
Okay, so it's like the US.
There's different
It's different dialects.
dialects, yeah.
And it depends on where in Costa Rica. So you can learn basic Spanish, but if you go to Spain,
It's
that
different than Costa
Spanish
Rica.
is different
Mexico is different.
than Mexican Spanish
Mm-hmm.
or El Salvador Spanish or Puerto Rican Spanish.
Exactly. There you go.
So there's
Yep.
because for some reason now I'm getting these like little short videos, and there was one where it was
all the different ways you could say this in different countries.
yes, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so screwed.
Just don't say it wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Words mean, you in Michigan you can say bless your heart,
Mhm.
and if you're from the South, it means something a little bit different when somebody down south is.
That's
very
true.
hot.
That's true.
So
and words, you got to be careful of the words you choose
Yeah.
because they're very similar, maybe spelled the same, but the little thingy on top of one of the letters can change the entire meaning of your word.
Yeah.
I give you anos and enyos.
Yeah.
Look it up.
So, and then 2 things I've done so far, which I probably shouldn't have done in hindsight, but like it's just the nature of the beast. I first got the bugs of Costa Rica
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to find
I
out.
want to know what the hell that thing is.
I want to know if the pretty thing is dangerous, and it is, which is why probably ignorance might be bliss because
Just don't
well,
touch the pretty
because
things.
I want to like
Don't touch them.
grow plants. I can grow tropical plants now and stuff. And so then people were posting pictures of snakes. And I'm like, somebody posted a picture of a snake on the bug site. And somebody got on there and said, I'm a moderator of the snake site of Costa Rica
Go over
on
here.
Facebook. Here's a link. So I'm like, okay, I'll join. I filled it out because like there's a lot of snakes. Like we have snakes in Michigan, but the
not that
only
many.
poisonous one we have is the rattlesnake.
To my knowledge.
Mississauga rattlesnake, and it's the only one, and they're very shy.
Thank God.
And because we pretty much pushed out their habitat.
Yeah.
The rest of the snakes are non-venomous, and they're cool,
They may
right?
defend themselves by biting you, but they
Yeah,
will
but
not.
they're not poisonous,
poisonous.
venomous, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
Thank God.
they look scary. They're snakes, but so be it. So, because it's rainforest kind of place, there's a lot of scary shit down there. I mean, it's beautiful, but some of the spider pictures, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
are you flipping kidding
But
me?
still, some of the spiders they have there, I'd rather have those spiders than Australian spiders.
And there's some pretty good
Australian bugs and shit are pretty nasty.
Well, yeah,
too.
they got some pretty big spiders down in Australia.
None of that stuff, G. None of it. None of that big crap. No,
No.
you go down to Tennessee.
You can move to Florida for that.
I was in Tennessee and there were some water moccasins there that I was not happy to see.
Yeah, see, different, but it's a warmer climate.
It's a warmer climate. I'm not happy to see.
So yeah, I joined both those sites, and I'm learning what the word venomous is in, I can't pronounce it, but in Spanish. So now I know, like, when the post says "C venenoso" or something like that, I'm like, oh yeah, don't touch the pretty snake. There's a bright
I'm not
green
touching shit anyway.
There's a bright green snake down there that lives in the rainforest that is highly venomous.
I'm not touching
like,
shit. I don't like spiders and snakes. There you go.
They're not my favorite, Destiny.
That's my song. That's my jam, baby.
It's not my thing, but because I want to work out in the garden, I need to know what I'm up against.
Yeah, or what might come to say hi.
Yeah,
or check you out.
Yeah,
I feel that.
So,
but that's why I'm not the outdoor girl. I'm gonna go do things outside, but I am not gonna be gardening and
like,
sticking my hand in shit.
There's some weird looking.
I'm not gonna be sticking my hand into the bush, as they say. That you
yeah,
can take that and run with it if you want.
Yeah,
that's not what I meant. I meant as far as out in nature. Thank you. And
yeah.
still, you may take it. Yeah, not happening.
So yeah, there's good and bad. There's pro and con to joining those kind of sites.
I'll be in the house wiring shit up.
Yeah,
I'll be in the house rearranging furniture. I'll be in the house doing anything, hanging pictures, but don't drag my butt outside and make me dig around in the dirt and say hi to the nice pets. They'll come in. I know they will. It's Costa Rica. It'll happen. But I am not going out where they live.
I don't mind spiders as long as they're outside. It's when the little mother truckers get in the house that I'm like...
Mom's like, I can take a snake over any spiders. And more likely you'll see a spider in your house than you will a snake.
Yeah.
Much more likely. So I'm sorry. But yeah. I can handle... Snakes don't bother me that much. Spiders don't bother me unless they're on me.
I'm sure during this fine lunch hour we have just skeeved out
I think we've skeeved a whole bunch of people out.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, as long as they're doing their job outside, I'm fine with them.
Yeah, and they have scorpions down there.
And if they do.
By the way. And they got black widows. Their black widows are not indigenous
here too.
They're not indigenous to Costa Rica, but they are now.
We have black widows here, and we have brown recluses.
Yeah,
which I'm more afraid of a brown recluse than I am.
But they're not a lot.
But I just want
to live someplace.
Don't be right out of there
where the girls don't get bit by like something or try to eat a dangerous caterpillar.
They're not bug grabbers though. They'll chase flies through the house and in the window, but they
just don't want them
I've
to
never
get
seen
close
them
to a
kill
scorpion
or eat
something.
A bug.
Yeah,
they don't kill and eat bugs. They're not that kill and eat bug kind of cat.
I think they probably did once with a stink bug and went, no, we're done.
Yeah, I think that might have turned them off right there.
Everybody else got stink bugs? There's a version of them down there in Costa Rica, by the way.
There is, yeah.
You have baby skunks.
Aww. Baby skunks. Can't wait. You're going to want to do something about that, buddy.
Like not walk into them.
Well, yeah. Well, he lives right, like he has the same situation we have. It's like a ravine or whatever behind the house. And there's like a nature pathway.
Yeah.
And skunks are urban as well.
Yeah, and you can always tell when they're hanging out. Our neighbor had one that was burrowing in by the house, and you could smell it every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's 1 o'clock.
I want to move somewhere warm with all the tropical plants. However, I'm not sure I want to handle myself with all the bugs. Find us.
You can't move to Costa Rica, I hate to tell you, because you have Mr. Pickles. That is one thing.
They will not let you import a parrot. Oh, there's plenty of them out there.
No cage birds.
No cage birds.
You can have them in Costa Rica because I've seen them in pet stores.
But you can't bring them in.
But you cannot import
a bird.
A bird.
That makes sense. It's 1 o'clock. Thank you, kids. Go out front. Nope. Yeah, exactly. You smell them, you're leaving.
Yeah, I found that out when I was researching about bringing the girls and stuff like that. Is that
No birds.
no birds?
I'll be
And
damned.
people have asked about it on the forum, on the Facebook pages, and
Yeah,
they're
that
like,
does
"No,
suck.
you can't get them in."
It does suck. And there are tons. We saw tons of Mr. Pickles, basically.
Yeah, there's
In the
little
streets.
when we were in Santa Ramon.
They're like pigeons here. They're everywhere.
Yeah, but they're prettier.
They're prettier. They're cute. But I mean, they're everywhere.
Sorry, pigeons. Nothing against you.
Yes.
But
it's not. Yes.
I looked up, and there's like this little flock of green, little, small, medium parrots just chirping away.
Yeah, having a party.
I'm like, hey guys,
that's cool. I like that. That's cool. And they have other great birds as well. All right, I guess this is it. So Tuesday, everybody get out there and be productive if you want to be, and if not, just take care of yourselves. Damn it, right? She's from South America. Has a band on. Oh, okay, that's cool. South American. I still don't think it would work.
What?
Mr. Pickles could not go visit Costa Rica unless Mr. Pickles flew there himself.
I don't think that's viable either.
I don't think that's viable either.
Costa Rica's a little picky about what comes in.
And, I know.
You know.
Anyway, everybody, we're going to go now and do other things, which means go in the basement probably and work on more stuff.
Because there's always stuff to do right now.
Bingo on Thursday. TC is the defending champion. Bring it on. Nice bragging rights, buddy. You know how to do it. This is how we do it. So yeah, today and tomorrow will be full on working in the house to get more stuff ready. They're coming along nicely. I will have pictures for you Thursday of the work that's progressed, right? The progression of work. I'm good with that.
Aw,
yeah. Spoil that baby.
Go give him some love from his aunties.
That baby, Mr. Pickles. Exactly. All right, kids. Thursday is bingo day. TC is defending. Hopefully somebody gets lucky, as they say.
Hopefully we all get some good bingo cards this week.
Yeah, I know. We'll try to find you a decent one. Try to find you a decent place to look. If you have a zip code you want to try.
Well, the last week's estate sale was pretty good.
It was weird, but good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you.
We love you guys.
Take care, and
bye.
We'll see you Thursday.
You hip kicks.